Alright, we're recording. I'll bring up the questions.
Perfect.
Alright, does magic have an opposite, and if so, what is it?
For me, I think the opposite of magic is ordinary or predictable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, the word muggle is pretty good.
Muggle, I'm sure. Like, I get the Hogwarts thing. Like, I mean, that's the opposite. I'm just trying to take it into more of a, like what we would use in our normal day-to-day life, right?
Yeah.
Like, I view magic as the extraordinary, the unexpected, the wow, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah. And unpredictable is good.
Like where you got your patterns and your ratios and your you know what I mean? And then there's magic. There's the rest.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's my idea of magic.
Yeah. How do you define open-mindedness?
Someone who is, firstly, they're willing to accept that their view is not correct. It's not the only view. Open-mindedness is someone who is on the fly willing to change their perception of what reality is based on new information.
Yeah.
If you tell me something that sounds plausible and I'm open-minded, I'll rearrange everything I ever believed immediately.
Yeah.
Not open-minded, I'm just gonna ignore what you said as a rambling whatever, right? Like, but if I'm open-minded, I'll take every single input as potentially facts, right?
Yeah.
Because who am I to say what's what, to be honest? Like, seriously, I'm a fucking idiot, man. Like, if I was to try and tell you, like, oh no, this is it, I'm even the thought of that. So if I can't say that about anything, like nothing, like not a single thing, nothing. There's not a single thing I'm certain about anymore. It's fucked.
Are you certain of
Whatever.
that?
Am I certain of that?
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I'm certain of is that I believe that love is real, and I believe that I have faith. So those are certainties. But like outside of that, like honestly, I question everything. Science, fucking everything that I've ever been taught or anything.
Yeah.
There's no reason to believe it's true or not.
I reckon they're true on different levels.
Like in my mind, like if I look back, it'd be a pretty good way to kind of guide a society or a populace in a certain direction, right?
Yeah.
Especially, who am I to question or guess?
Can you pass me a drink?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who am I to say that guy's wrong? He went to Harvard. He must know what's right. Right? Who goes to Harvard? People with lots of money. Who teaches at Harvard? People who get fucking accepted by the endowment.
Yeah.
Who controls the endowment? The old money that was back from way back in the day. And then at the end of the day, what is at the root of all of this? That our money is based on this garbage fiat system that is these central banks that are right now it's all coming to a head right now. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
The central bank shit. Like, Australia, what's your bank saying? Are they raising rates or not?
So all I did in the lead up to uni was I just assumed that the teacher was always right and just played the teacher. Just played according
How
to
do
their
you
own
think
rules.
anything else?
Huh?
Like, when you're a kid, like, it's absurd to think anything other than that.
Yeah.
And then, like, just look at who becomes the teachers, who goes to the university. Like, you're Australia. That's got to be, like, the fucking down under Canada, man. Like, you're in the liberal shithole of fucking wherever else.
Yeah.
Like, even the conservatives are liberal shitholes. Like, I'm sure it's very similar to where I am. Just, you guys got a different accent.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, my government's trying to tell me, like, I don't know why people can't figure this out, dude. Like, for us right now, the price of a liter of gasoline is $1.70. $1.70 Canadian, right? But like, whenever historically the price of oil is at the current price, we should be paying under $1.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the price of oil is only $80 US a barrel. But right now we're at $1.70 Canadian for a liter of gas.
Yeah.
And like, it's so you don't have a mortgage, eh? Or do you know much about like the housing market in Australia or no?
I know that it's really expensive to buy in, but there are some places where you can buy land for pretty cheap, and that's what I'm looking into.
But no, not that. But I mean, like, do you guys do like in Canada? We only do 5-year fixed rate. That's the max. In the U.S., they can get 30-year fixed terms.
Yeah, you can do 30 years here.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're getting super fucked in Canada. That's good to know, actually. That's really good to know. Because, like, the people that I, like, you don't even understand, man. Nobody has a fixed rate term here. Now, all these people that I live with, the fucking price of fucking the interest when they go to refinance in 3 to 5 years or whatever their term is going to be almost double,
Yeah,
which
right.
means their payments really triple.
Yeah.
Which, do you think they're going to get paid that much more or no? What do you think?
Yeah. So, I got a scholarship to uni, so I didn't have to pay for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone.
I had one too. It was only for half. I took a student loan for the rest, and then I just quit. I hated it.
Yeah.
Pretty smart too, but it's fucking whatever, man. The thing is, even if you go to uni, the jobs suck as well. I got a decent labor job, and it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about nothing, bro. Honestly, that's what I would advise anybody right now. Get into commodities, man. Go into the commodities. Like, here in Australia, go work, like, at a mine or fucking
Yeah.
forestry to get trees or shit.
Yeah, I should get a certification in petrol engineering.
Bro, that's too much work, man. Those guys probably don't make fuck all either. Oh, you don't want to do labor work? Is that what you're telling me? Are you too good for labor?
Well, I'm an engineer, so I can do all the labor. It's just that my time is better spent on the construction design.
Yeah, but honestly, dude, I'm pretty sure that a bunch of us together are going to be figuring something out within like 10 years so we don't got to worry about the rest of our shit.
Yeah.
I feel that as well, or no?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm just wasting my time in the real life, and now I got this fucking SLS shit going, and it's going to work towards something.
Yeah.
I just care about my own shit, man.
I just keep constructing things, and I keep getting bad responses on a lot of things, so it means I'm growing.
No, but honestly, I'm pretty sure that the SLS specifically a bunch of us have like a bunch of downvote bots.
Yeah.
Like if you're not even, you don't even have to be smart to pay attention to like the upvote count on the post compared to the comments don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like you'll get like a 0 or a 1 with like 4 upvotes on like the top comment.
Yeah.
It's like anyway, I think you got the same fucking algorithms following you around, downvoting you. That's why I spread out to TikTok, to be honest, because even though they're Chinese, at least it's different fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we're not hammered on Discord. And Discord's like TikTok.
No, Discord's kind of like Reddit, to be honest. It's
Well,
hard to fucking.
It's like the Chinese are on Discord and on Reddit and on TikTok.
Chinese run Discord too?
Yeah. Same people.
Well, I thought Discord was more decentralized, like fucking independence, no?
It's not decentralized.
No, but I didn't mean decentralized. I meant like not Silicon Valley, basically.
Well, it's made for gamers. That's the target audience.
Dude, I really want to talk to you about NFTs for a bunch too, but we're in the middle of a podcast here, so we'll talk about that.
Hey, you can talk about it if you want. People will love it.
Do they? Dude, I honestly, I was like you in the beginning, but I don't think you're quite. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't think you're grasping.
I did a huge analysis on it today, and I think it is worth buying into.
But do you understand what I mean?
I'll probably just be free to play and then pay to win.
But do you understand, like, if you're just utilizing your time the same way,
yeah,
as long as you produce a game of similar quality,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if I could just sit and waste my time fucking on Reddit earning money instead of, like, that's why eventually, like, that's why, like, I feel like that's what's holding you back with the Babylon police, right? Because it doesn't have the user friendliness. That's why if this game that comes out on the Cureverse is not super user friendly and slick and
so do you want me to create a tutorial?
For the thing is, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if I logged on to your fucking website on my laptop, which I haven't turned on in 3 years, I would probably have a better experience. I feel like it's a desktop website.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a mobile user, right? Like, now that I got a shitty cell phone with 5G, I don't really need a fucking laptop, you know? There's a lot of people like me too, so you gotta be considering that when you create your shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's feedback, you know?
Yeah, well, if you open it up on desktop and then tell me what you think I should change about mobile.
Okay, it's just that everything. Do you mostly use your phone or your laptop or whatever, tablet for?
I use my laptop, but I open it in phone mode.
In phone mode on your laptop?
Yeah.
Bro, you got a 75-inch screen or whatever the fuck.
No, it's like only 15-inch.
Go into your phone and look at it in phone mode. I'm telling you right now, it's not super simple. It's like I'm looking at an old school fucking farm, a little shitty phone, and it's like nothing's popping out. Compared to now, I'm all limp dick on the goddamn Silicon Valley. It's super slick.
It's because on the website, on the mobile, it's fully zoomed out.
But do you get what I'm saying? Something's going on there that it's not like.
So you don't want to. You prefer it if it's like zoomed in a bit and you can kind of read it easier.
Honestly, the main thing is it's a little bit of everything, right? It's not even that one thing is super annoying. It's just like Imagine you walked into a room and then the people were talking in language you didn't understand. How long do you want to stand there?
Yeah, that's because
Do you know what I'm saying?
that's because everything on there that I've put so far is the peak of understanding. Because I wanted to start out strong.
No, but I'm just saying that like it's also like the formatting's a bit different than the fucking lame dicks like me are used to. And also the language is a little bit different. Like you're used to dictionaries and different things, right? Like it's just I'm not saying anything in particular is bad. It's just all these little nuances compounded together
Yeah.
make it seem like I'm reading a language that I should understand, but I don't.
It's because
And it's frustrating.
it's because it's so in depth. Like it's very intricately designed. There's all these particulars, and I've chosen select words that are like analogs of other words. So instead of saying submit post and that kind of thing, I say it a bit differently. I don't just follow the form. So like,
no, like I'm
in science
with it.
At uni, I got criticized for the same thing because they said they wanted a background, a theory, methods, results, discussion, conclusion. And I said, no, I'm going to do it like this. And I had all the same pieces there, but I just titled it differently because I didn't want it to sound like I was just repeating what they were doing. I'm actually doing a particular form of that one thing. So I'm not doing just the discussion. I'm doing like a exploratory analysis.
Say, well then if that's the case and it's not just like an Australian and multiple other things, then yeah, maybe you should do a little bit of a fucking like I don't know, not an introduction, but a description on how you utilize your words, right? Like a rundown, like a basic fucking hey, this is what you might be used to, but this is what I do here.
Have you been on the landing page?
The landing page, is that
It comes up at the top.
So I don't know if I can open anything while I'm no. Can you still hear me or no?
Yeah, I can still hear.
Oh, you can actually. Okay, good. Then landing page.
The landing page kind of sells all the features, but it's not a complete list.
See, when I go to it always goes to B index. Is that the home page or where's the fucking page?
Yeah, that's the homepage.
B index?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, all this shit with the fucking arrows and that shit.
That's
it
because
makes it like a thing, bro.
That's because that's the data that's been put in. It's like if you type that in as a title. You could do that on Reddit, but nobody does.
Okay, but these are the things that I'm saying make it hard to understand what's going on.
It's because none of it's sorted by votes. It's sorted by the most recent posts.
Like the div class, the abstract content, selected ID, abstract, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The hyphen P. So then
it's made for you to put your own content on there instead. So that's just a placeholder. That's just a placeholder for what? For like anything that you wanted to post.
Index.
If you post something, it'll go to that page.
No, I get that, but so what is the actual homepage? Like, what do I type in to go to the homepage?
B index is the homepage, but if you click on the top, it should say landing page.
Oh yeah.
You're there.
Landing.
Yeah.
Now I got a broken smiley.
Really?
Yeah. Shows like a little smiley dude. I'll take a screenshot.
Let me just test it.
Now, am I gonna be able to send you a picture while I'm on this? That'll be a fucking impressive feat.
No, mine works.
Yeah, but I just went there. It's up right now. Shows broken page.
No, it's not broken for me.
But what do you want me to say?
Show me how it says it's
I click-
broken.
Can I send you a picture while we're on the... Oh, now it's good.
Yeah, cool.
It should show broken earlier. It shows like... No, it did show a broken link. It shows like Gaia at the top, why choose us, content uploading. Is that what it shows?
Yeah.
Okay, like, before I even get a chance to read all this, I'm just gonna say, bro, like, you got a whole lot of new shit going on here that people don't understand.
Yeah, that's
And
why
you're probably-
that's why it's there to be read through. Like I can't just explain it without explaining it. I can tell you in a nutshell the things you can do on it, or how
Yeah,
to
but
get
you gotta
started
give-
with using it.
You can't give it to them in a video or what?
I could, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Like I've had heaps of people that have used it.
I'll give it a try and read down.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You're
It's-
looking at a fucking certified retard here. Certified.
Just when you log in, there'll be 3 drop-down options, and you just go across them and read all the options, and it'll tell you what you're doing. The one on the far right just allows you to search through different data sets, different types of things people have entered. So like spaces, words, users, dictionaries, posts, stuff like that. And then the one in the middle is the create. So that's like create a word, create a dictionary, create a space, create a post, stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you had a simple way to explain, like, the words that you use, create instead of subreddit or a dictionary instead of a thread or whatever. If you
So-
just had a quick, simple way to explain that.
Yeah, so a dictionary is just like a normal dictionary. Like it's got a word with synonyms, antonyms, homonyms, pronunciations, all that kind of jazz. But each of those words I figured was just a title of a subreddit. So I made them so that you could create a space in that word, and that space would be a subreddit. So you could have as many as you'd like for the one thing. So you could have one that was centered around comedy, but it was called Psychonaut, and one that was centered around memes.
No, I get what you're saying. That's cool. I actually like the way that you started. That's not the way I was interpreting what you were saying, but it actually helped me come to another conclusion that helped me realize why me and my wife were fucked and we're never going to work is because we don't have the same definitions of words.
Yeah.
That's why I realized communicate.
Yeah.
I didn't realize why we couldn't communicate until I realized that we don't fucking use the same definitions for words.
Exactly. Every time somebody
Like,
speaks, they say 2 words at once. Just remember that.
No, that's what I. Like if I said cheater or a liar,
Yeah.
that meant one thing. It meant one thing to her. And anyway, in a roundabout way, you helped me come to that realization, and it fucking realized that it ain't gonna work, man. We're too far away. We don't even know what words mean. We're fucked. Finished, bro.
Exactly. Because everyone thinks that it's meaningless. I think it's all meaningless, so they don't read into it at all. But you have to read into it at least one layer thick, and that is assuming that everyone's defining each word as another word.
Well, it only what I found out though, it only for me only the people that there's layers, right? Depending on how close I allow someone into my life,
Yeah,
which is how important it is if the definitions line up.
yeah,
Like with my wife, obviously there's a lot of crucial issues where we needed to fucking agree on, which we couldn't. And but like if it's my coworker, there's I don't give a fuck if I agree on any word. There
Yeah.
doesn't matter any word if we disagree on.
yeah,
Or like you and I, like I view you as a friend, but if we disagree on words, that's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sustain a lifestyle with you
Yeah.
and develop and grow and enrich a fucking family and do that stuff
Because-
where I need to be the same definitions with.
A lot of the definitions in the dictionary in the last 15 years have changed a lot. And most of it has gotten to the point where, like, misogyny used to mean beating up a woman, but now it means hate speech.
Dude, honestly, up until COVID, I was Mr. Ostrich, head in the sand.
Yeah,
I watched live action. These guys try and fucking gaslight me right in front of my face. Now they're doing it with the economics. They're trying to change the definitions of a recession.
yeah.
Oh no, two consecutive quarters of reduced GDP growth. That's not a recession.
I love this
Oh,
thing, how they call it the Great Reset, and I'm just like, man, all your words are made up, bro. Like, the Great Reset, why don't you just call it, why don't you just come up with all these other ones, like the Great Dismantling, or the Great Horror Bomb, or the Great Terrorist Acts, or the Great... You could just say great about anything you want, and then you just talk about it.
No, but I think before the great, see, they come up with this language that they're able to communicate amongst themselves, right?
Yeah,
And to try and fucking push society in a certain way. But once it gets too exposed, they have to come out with new words and new ways to push the same ideas.
yeah,
So in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was the New World Order. And now we got the Great Reset. And now everybody's caught on to the Great Reset. So now they got a new thing that's going to have to come.
yeah,
But it's all the same shit.
yeah,
The thing is it's because they want to keep our society the way it is, man.
yeah,
And the thing is, we need a growth society, and they can't. And our fucking civilization right now is based on consumption,
yeah,
and we cannot continue to grow with our population at our consumption rates.
yeah,
So they need to transition us to an online-based economy, so then we can continue to grow.
yeah,
And they want us to eat the fucking bugs and the shit that costs 2 cents to grow and just feed us it to say that it's fucking healthy. Like, I don't know what's good or not, man, but I tell you what, I like fucking red meat, dude.
yeah.
And I'll go eat whatever I can afford, and I ain't gonna be eating no fucking bugs. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, dude. No
Dude,
bugs.
look at this. We're cooking on a barbecue today. Like every day.
Oh, you got this fucking red meat. You got some shrimp on the barbecue too, bro. I can see.
Nah. Chicken, lamb chops, and kidney.
Lamb chops.
Yeah.
Mostly ground beef, chicken. Mostly ground beef and chicken. That's what we eat. I
Yeah.
like the steaks every once in a while, but not a lot of lamb. We don't eat not much lamb here.
I love getting a goat
But
leg.
yeah. What's that?
Goat leg.
Buddy, once I get my place, you should come visit in Canada, man. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. When you
Oh,
get
why
your own
not?
place, did you say?
No, I'm gonna move in with my buddy. Probably in a month or two. Once I move out, I'm done here for sure. It's fine. But my friends, he's cool. I'll be living close by. Edmonton's not bad. Don't come in the winter. That's shitty.
Can you pass me a drink?
You guys got much for mountain ranges or no in Australia or not at all?
There's a couple. Mostly just the Blue Mountains.
Are they
Ranges.
actual like mountains or not?
No, it's not much.
No, but I mean, is it like an actual mountain peak or just kind of like a fucking, you know what I mean?
Well, you can snowboard here.
Oh yeah, dude, they snowboard here on the old fucking garbage mounds, man. You can snowboard lots of places. Okay, but I got you way off track. I told you I talk a lot. Where are we at on the questions, bro?
What do you know about mindfulness?
Mindfulness? I know I've fucking been seeing a shrink for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time talking about mindfulness. I think it's just being present where you are at the current moment.
Yeah.
That's what I think about mindfulness.
Yeah. You can't escape it.
Well, right now, you and I don't know what time it is or day it is. I feel like I'm pretty mindful of this conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what you're mindful of.
Yeah, like it's where you spend your attention and your focus, right?
Yeah.
And mindfulness is like awareness or like yeah, pretty much what you spend your focus or your attention on is like, yeah, you know what I'm getting at, I think.
What is consciousness to you?
Consciousness to me is when I sit here and deliberate what I'm going to say next. It is me interpreting my surroundings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It is whatever controls this vessel and its interpretation of my experiences that I've experienced up until now.
Yeah.
And then whatever I can make sense of to that.
What's your favorite magical text, and what is the key to their magic in a nutshell?
See, magic, I think anything out of the ordinary is magic, right? Which could be anything, right? Non-fiction, anything that goes against whatever the grain is. So for me, like, for me, a magical text is what was going to be the most influential. And honestly, one of the ones is probably the Oil's Endless Bid. Can't remember the fucking author. It's embarrassing. But I can find it out for you after. But it was a gentleman who worked on the floor on the New York Stock Exchange and traded West Texas intermediate or whatever the fuck it is, WTI, whatever the price of oil is based on. He was like an oil trader, right?
Yeah.
Before oil was like a thing. And he wrote a story about the transition from when it was just at the stock exchange to when it became an online entity, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
And that one book alone really helped me grasp a lot of how society is the way it is today.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, it's hard to explain. When you realize that the price of energy is completely made up, then everything is made up. Because everything is made off the price of energy and the price, like, it's all made up. Everything. It's just... and there's people that control these made up things, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Which mind to me that there's these people that just have the ability to just, like, you or I got to go put in an hour of work to make 30, 50, $20, right?
Yeah.
They just click a button and boom, there's 2 billion. Oh, there's a loan. There's 2 billion. Where'd that money come from? I created it. He was a trustworthy candidate for a loan. I work at a primary dealer bank for one of the fucking central banks of a G7 nation. So I have the authority to just give out money. Hopefully that you have friends that are closely connected to central banks and you keep being friends with them. Otherwise, your life may become miserable.
Yeah. What are your favorite texts in general?
I would say in general, favorite texts are like biographies about interesting people.
Oh yeah.
I'd say mostly those are my favorite books in general. I don't really care if it's a musician or a politician or whatever. Just a biography about an interesting person is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What's the morals that's going into that? Does life have a purpose, and if so, what is it?
Right now, my working theory on life is just to experience it. And take the bad, the ugly, and just take that in and use that as a reference point for your experiences that you experience next.
Yeah.
Why not, right? Like, I just think, like, I'm in this state no matter what. Like, if I think that there's nothing after this life, okay. If I think that there's another life after this life, okay. Why wouldn't I want to experience as much in this life
Yeah.
as I can? Like, even if it's like, oh, all I get to do is experience the shit in this life, then, like, well, whatever. I could take that moving forward in the next. Or if this is my only life, then whatever. Like, it's my only life. Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Does that
I
mean-
just think,
Does that mean you're more pro-life than pro-choice?
pro-life or pro-choice for the, like, what, abortion?
No, just in primal, like what comes first?
Not really. I think pro-choice.
So we chose to be alive before we lived to choose.
Well, I just think that, like, regardless of what you or I think, that if there will be enough of us that choose to be alive that can sustain fucking humanity. And then if some of them choose that they don't want to be alive, then that's their choice, you know?
Yeah. I do think choice, once it is applied, overrides life. But I do think life comes before choice. So it's a tough one for me, man.
Like, are you talking suicide or abortion or both?
Yeah, suicide.
Suicide. Like, I'm never gonna agree with suicide. But I can understand how some people can get to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to, because they can do it legally in other places.
No, but see, in my view,
Well,
see the way that
In
I
my
view
view, I'm not going to stop them.
No, in my view, what I view as suicide is that I'm never gonna agree with it, right? But in my view, also, I also view that I can't comprehend everything.
Yeah.
And there's also things that I can't comprehend. So this person may be experiencing more pain than I can comprehend, right?
Do you know,
So if it's
I've got a theory that every person that wants to, it's a result of a poorly formed dictionary.
I basically had like 2 people commit suicide in my life in the last fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
One intentionally, and then the other one was like the dude overdosed every time he did the fucking fentanyl, man. If he had nobody with him, it was pretty much a suicide.
Yeah.
Like, so pretty much 2 suicides.
Yeah.
And honestly, I really, having them people kill themselves really made me rethink what I thought of suicide, to be honest. Because, like, I thought I had an understanding of Dave, and
My,
he kind of blunt.
my friends think it's funny. The Darwin Award.
What's that?
My friends think it's funny. They call it the Darwin Award.
For what, suicide?
Yeah.
I think, honestly, suicide at the end of the day is probably courageous.
No, I think it's you've just lost yourself. You know, like every one of your parents had kids.
No, but I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, man, seriously, like, I could feel defeated. But, like, I think I'd still be too weak to kill myself.
Huh?
I think it would take a lot to go through with it, man.
No, I think it happens out of desperation. They project suffering everywhere, and they want to escape from it, and they see they can't escape because they're trapped in this dimension.
Sometimes I think it's a quick reaction, like a knee-jerk overreaction. Sometimes, though, I think it's
Yeah.
like I'm not disagreeing. I would say more times it's the way that you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of times, honestly,
Sometimes it's like loss of a job and you lose your house and all that and your kids.
I think I did one that I think everybody's weak, man. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
They're weak.
Yeah.
I swear. Like, I put the staples.
If you look on that landing page, there's a post there that should toughen you up.
God, I don't even give a fuck. I just take everything with the punches and roll on. Whatever, until I can't roll, then I'll do whatever's next. I spent enough time in, I spent some time in Narcotics Anonymous, right?
Yeah.
So, meet some fucking hardened individuals in there. And, I'll tell you, man, you meet a couple guys that lost the use of their legs later in life.
Yeah.
Like, different accidents or whatnot, and now they're in a wheelchair and they weren't always. And you watch those guys get through and fucking carry on their day. I swear to God, it makes me fucking feel embarrassed to even complain.
Yeah.
Like, the things that they're worried about, I wouldn't even comprehend. Like, and then there's some people that are, I don't know. I'm definitely a glass half full kind of guy. I don't even give a fuck if I got a half full glass, to be honest. Why do I deserve a half full glass?
I'll tell you how glass half full I am. When I'm drinking my water and it's not empty and there's still a bit left, I won't go and fill it up until it's empty. Because then every time I fill it up, it'll be full and I will have filled it up the most per time going to fill it up. So I'm not wasting my time.
Oh, there you go. So you drink a lot of water, eh?
You can't hear about fucking water. Live your life.
Yeah, I drink heaps of water.
You drink a lot of water?
Yeah.
Giving time even to the water. Bubble.
I'll finish this and
See,
then I
when
go.
you're thinking about it, that means you're giving time. You see?
Watch
No.
me
You
live
just give
action.
a fuck when you finish, you can go. You don't have to think about it. Do you get the
You're
point?
gonna be able to take the
You think
action
about it for 1
photos.
second
Don't even
and you
think
never have to do
about
it again.
Just once you're empty. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, when it's
When you
empty.
go eat and there's no water, you can't fill it up.
Yeah.
But before, when you think about it, you're talking about wasting time, you've already did.
He said I'm wasting time by thinking about it.
You're wasting time by thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any time wasted thinking about nothing.
Yeah.
Well, because you guys been talking about all the time. The time is like saw. If you don't cut it, she will cut you.
Time is like a saw. If you don't cut it, it'll cut you.
Yeah, but I also think time spent focused on concentrated thoughts is better than fucking daydreaming into the oblivion.
Yeah.
So even if
His name, he said
it's
that.
on how much fucking water you should drink, it's better than just fucking.
Victor Hugo.
Yeah,
Tell him,
man.
do you know Victor Hugo? Do you know Victor Hugo?
Do you know Victor Ego?
Victor Hugo. No, I don't think so.
No, he doesn't.
He's very famous French writer.
French writer.
He created a lot of things.
Bro, I can barely read, man, let alone French
He's
people.
in Canada. He's in English too. But the Canadian French,
He
the
said-
Canadians, they know who is he.
He said Canadians
Ask
know
your
who he
Canadians,
is.
French. They know very
What's
well
his
who
name?
is he because they study in the school. Victor Hugo.
Victor Ego.
Nah, man, I must went to a shitty school.
Talks about the stuff what you've been talking about a lot.
He said he talks about what we've been talking about.
See, that's why I don't want to be naive and to think nobody's talked about it before, but I haven't read it. I don't think that we've had novel thoughts, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I can't say, I'm the first one that said this. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
But,
What did you say?
also,
What did
I
you
haven't
say?
read a lot.
What did he say?
He said he doesn't know what we've said that was new.
No, I haven't read a
Yeah,
lot. I
he
didn't
doesn't
go
know
to
like what we
university.
said. That could have been like it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
As in like we're not trying to be new.
Who's trying to be new?
No, he said that guy were saying the
Victor
same
Hugo?
stuff. Yeah, we're not trying to say
Victor
different.
Hugo is someone like he will know he should be he will win Nobel Prize. What are you talking about? Trying to be new. Mate, you got a problem. She's gonna see psychiatrist.
Yeah, get them to write that guy's name and send it to me later. I'll check him out, though.
Send me that guy's name.
Victor Hugo.
How do you spell it?
Victor
V-I-C-T.
V.
V-I-C-T.
Yeah. Victor.
Eagle.
Hugo, yeah.
Victor Igor.
No, I can't find it. How do you spell it?
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
can't find it. We'll just go on with the questions. What is a good question to ask someone you've never met?
What's your favorite thing?
So what's your favorite thing?
Depends who's asking me, I guess. Like, what do you want, an honest answer or not?
Give me a range of answers for different types of people.
Okay, so people like say, the majority of, I'd say pretty much all dudes. I would say my favorite thing is like
V. That's how
Maybe
you
she-
spell it. Hush, hush.
station, right?
And it cut out. Say it again.
That's how you spell it.
Oh, Victor
I
Hugo.
said maybe. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, I said for majority of guys, if a guy was to ask me what's my favorite thing, I would probably just answer like sharing a joint and fucking having a good conversation. Maybe a round of golf. I like golf. Uh, Listen to music, but not really live music. But just like, yeah, mostly just good talks and fucking having a drink or getting bits. But then if it was a fucking pretty woman that was asking me what was my favorite thing, then like my favorite thing is eating pussy, dude. That's like literally what I want to do. So, but I'm not gonna, like, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. All right.
But like, I would, you my favorite thing. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. What stories do you think convey the best morals? Jesus aside, what are the teachings of those who display those morals?
Like, aside from Jesus, I don't see a lot of historical figures that are like prominently looked to for the way to be, right?
Yeah.
So I think the best kind of stories are just where people tell you their genuine, honest experience, and they let you evaluate your own interpretation or whatever from it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that. That's why I don't mind sharing my mishaps and my fuck ups, right? Like, take what you want from it. Don't, right? Like, just whatever, it's out there. Like, I already lived it. This is something that could happen. Do whatever you want with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, truthful stories, I guess. I think made up stories are a waste of time.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think nonfiction is where it's at. I think there's enough nonfiction to go around to take up fucking. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Truthful.
How do you define ego?
Can't get chocolate from inside. They're already in the bed.
Ego is
I'm recording.
who I am, what I want to be, everything.
It's in the fucking thing.
But mainly, I would say ego is who do I think I am, and who I'm trying to portray to be.
Yeah. I asked somebody the same question, and they said, "It's not about that. It's about do what you say you're gonna do."
For ego,
Yeah.
do what you say you're gonna. See, that's what I mean. What I was getting at is like I was waiting for the second part of your question, right? So like when I said I think your ego is who you think you are or who you're portraying to be,
Yeah.
and I think between a good or an ordinary ego and a fucking bad or whatever, I can't remember how you worded them in the questions, but I think the difference between those is someone who is being honest with themselves
Yeah.
or someone who's aspiring to be someone who they're not. Like, that's the difference with the ego, right?
Yeah.
Like, ordinary normal ego is someone who's just who they are. And I think a bad and a selfish ego is someone who is attempting to aspire to be someone who they're not.
That plays into the next question. What's the difference between a healthy ego and a normal ego? And what's the problem with ordinary ego?
So do you consider ordinary and normal the same? Or is ordinary different than normal?
Yeah, ordinary is normal.
Okay, so a healthy. So what's the difference between a healthy and a normal?
Yeah.
So you're assuming that normal ego, not the healthy ego.
Huh?
The bad. The way you worded the question, you're assuming that the normal ego is the non-healthy ego.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
So I would say like a normal ego is what people have been bred from adolescence or whatever. Like I went back to it earlier. Like all we are, our consciousness is our interpretation of our experiences, right?
Yeah.
And most of our experiences are brought on to us by fucking Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah.
Either via our phone or through our TV or through the movie theater, through the drinks we drink or the songs we listen to. So they push us in a certain direction, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where I think if your ego is closely tied to where we're getting pushed and you're striving to be the atypical man or the atypical woman and you have no fucking concern for what your human vessel is telling you to do. Like, I don't give a fuck. If you're a guy and you want to use a butt plug, or if you're a chick and you want to fucking eat another chick out, do whatever the fuck you want. Who cares about the fucking news or the normal or what is normal? That's what I mean. Anybody who follows the fucking normal. That's one thing that I'm happy about is that we're so far gone from what's considered normal. There is no more normal. That's about the only good thing that I'm happy about how far fucking society's gone fucked. But yeah, so as far as ego, I think a good ego is someone who considers what they take direction from their vessel. They take direction from their intuition, and then they strive to be wherever that points. I think someone with a bad ego is someone who just looks at what's popular and attempts to be that.
Yeah.
Like there are people who may have what a so-called bad ego would be defined as, or the typical whatever, the Chad or the Karen or the fucking whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fucking worst of the worst. But there are going to be some people that it will be who they actually are, and that's fine for them. But what I think is weak, and I think is when people don't take the time and put in the effort to figure out who they are themselves. And they settle for some fucking persona they see online or on TV. That's the worst. I can't stand you. You just see a picture and that's me. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's someone who just doesn't do it themselves.
What are your three favorite people? Who are your three favorite people from history, and why are they your favorites? What did they do that makes them famous in your eyes?
Honestly, I read that one and I didn't really fucking. I don't really fucking care about people from history, to be honest. My three favorite people, probably my parents,
Yeah, that's a common answer.
my two parents, and then Ryan Cohen, the fucking billionaire that bought into GameStop, man.
Oh,
It's, I think that dude is cool as fuck. Honestly, for what little he's done online for being a billionaire, I'm just saying, if I was a billionaire, that's how I would be. And that's pretty cool. But yeah, so those are probably the three people.
yeah. What you want to do is buy a market audience that's already paying for a product, which is what he did. The GameStop.
Yeah, but no, you don't even understand what he did. You see, that's where I was trying to get at earlier. I gotta get a phone charger. I'm down to 5%. But I might have to put this on pause for a sec and take
Yeah.
it. But no, so that's what I was getting at earlier with the NFTs and shit, man. Is that it's not just digital art. Okay? But you know what? Have you
They're
heard about
in-game.
Cybercrew?
They're in-game items.
No. Have you heard about Cybercrew?
What's
You know
Cybercrew?
Cybercrew? They're like a development team that's fucking launching, and basically they're creating the items they create are going to be able to be used in multi games. Like that's the thing with these fucking games, right? These items, like say you'll buy an AK-47, it'll be able to be used on Kiraverse, or it'll be able to be used on some other game, or it'll be able to be used on anything else that's built on the Ethereum fucking blockchain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it'll be your gun, and then when you're done with it, you can sell it.
Yeah.
It's a digital ownership.
Yeah.
And you can't, and the thing is like the fucking NFTs and shit, you can copy and whatever. But these actual items, which is what the NFTs are, and honestly, you can NFT your fucking, your house deed. You can put your fucking your home titles on NFTs and have them on the Ethereum blockchain or any blockchain. And then right now, like when me and my wife bought our house, it took us fucking like 7-8 months to get our title. That's how backed up they are. It could have been fucking boom, half a second.
Yeah.
Just transferred on the blockchain, and there's a digital record. They don't need to keep this fucking archaic fucking data storage facility of properties in Alberta, Canada that transferred fucking ownership. It could just be all kept online. And the thing is that GameStop is the first, like, major company that is actually diving into it. Like, up until, like, do you know the difference between layer 1 and layer 2 of Ethereum or no?
Less fees.
No, but do you understand the concept of the difference or no? That's the main difference.
Like it's not on the blockchain.
No, it is on the blockchain, layer 2.
Well, it's not
Depends
on.
on
It's not on the Ethereum blockchain.
No, but so like you understand how the Ethereum chain works, right? And how the fees work, and like you got to pay a certain amount of Ethereum, and as the price of Ethereum goes up, then it becomes extremely expensive because even if it's a 0.01 Ethereum, it's fucking $13 or $15 or whatever the fuck, right? It's not like a cent. Like it's too much to make a fucking debit transaction, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But so specifically Loopring layer 2, they've found a way to like they anonymize like maybe say 2,000 transactions in one and put it into one fucking ZK roll up, zero knowledge roll up, which then gets sent to the Ethereum blockchain, right? So then instead of me paying whatever the fee is, I only pay 1/2000th of the fee.
Yeah.
You know, and then but I still remain with the Ethereum fucking network security
Oh, okay.
because these are the guys that are doing it with a zero knowledge roll up,
Yeah.
which means that the actual loop ring organization has no say over the, like, that's where it gets confusing and I have a hard time explaining it. Because most of the other layer twos, they have a single fucking, like a weak point, right? Where they could be, but with the loop ring one, say if even loop ring goes under, you could just like get your money back through the Ethereum layer one.
Yeah, but it would
Anyway, I'm not smart enough to be able to fucking talk about this shit in depth. But what little bit I read is that, and especially mainly for me, it wasn't even what I read. Do you know what it was for me? It was a coordinated effort from the fucking, the high profile YouTube cryptocurrency advocates against, or not even against Loopring, but they were advocating for the other L2s, right?
Oh, yeah.
Backed by the Silicon Valley types and the, like, I'm gonna assume that
Hang on, 2
every
seconds, I gotta go
step.
to the toilet.
What? Impressive. Ooh,
The food's good.
it's down to 3%. Fuck. Stupid fucker. Oy.
There's only one question left. 2 questions. If you had to describe the trip of your life with one word, what would it be? As in the trip of, like, the life that you're living now in one word as a trip.
Unforgettable.
Yeah, nice. I think it's a really good question to ask because people always come up with really profound answers. If you had to describe the past trip of your past life before you became a new person each time you have, what would it be?
If I had to describe the past trip,
Yeah, before you became a new person, whatever that is.
is that only in one word or no? More than one word?
You can go on.
Is it?
It's just a starter, but one word's good. If you can do it in one word.
I think it's discovery.
Yeah. Once you get from discovery to unforgettable, you'll probably forget everything else.
No.
That's all the questions.